Hey everyone, we are just doing some final prep for the Australia trip. It's getting super close. We are leaving on Wednesday, August the 14th. Today is August the 11th. So we're really getting down to the last couple days here of prep work, making sure that we've got all of our documents in order. We're starting to pack everything and figure out what we're bringing with us. And so I just want to give you guys a quick update on where we're at. The last time I made one of these longer form videos giving you an update, I just kind of like laid out the basics of our Australia trip. So now I wanted to let you know that we have bought the vehicle that we will be doing the crossing of Australia in. It is a 2004 Land Cruiser Prado, and it's a cool, simple, clean little vehicle that I think will do really well when it comes to touring in that country. They're very common, they're very reliable. And the one that we got, it has the 1GR-FE V6 gasoline engine. So I know those engines fairly well because we have a ton of them over here in Canada, in the Tacomas, the 4Runners, the FJ Cruisers. I think some of the Lexus models came with those engines. Their reliability is top notch, so we just really wanted something that will get us across the continent. Hopefully with little drama. The one thing that I am a little concerned about though, and we'll have to take a look when we get there and get to see the vehicle in person, but the one thing that I'm concerned about is it does have higher mileage or higher kilometers on it. Now, my friend James went and looked at the vehicle for me and purchased the vehicle on our behalf. And so I did have a set of eyes on it before making the purchase. And he said that, engine looks great. It's not making any funny noises. It's not blowing any suspicious smoke out the tailpipe. It doesn't have any rattles. Overall, it sounds like a very clean vehicle. It's just, the kilometers are up there. I want to say they're in the high 300,000s, if I remember correctly. So, some of these Toyotas go a really long time, and the one kind of silver lining about high mileage vehicles is that if they've made it that far, typically they will keep going for the next foreseeable future if there's no major maintenance problems already, right? So it's kind of like they've pushed through, they've been broken in, they've been worn in. Now they're just like comfortable pair of boots that you put on, right? They're old, but they're comfortable and they're reliable and they just keep going. So that's the silver lining for these higher mileage vehicles. If they've been well maintained and they have higher kilometers on them, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. And Australia has some stricter rules when it comes to insurance and registration. These vehicles do go through roadworthy inspections frequently. That is why we chose the Prado. We're really looking forward to seeing the vehicle. I can't wait. It's gonna be so good. So what's gonna happen is we're going to finish packing up here. We're gonna head out of Calgary early on Wednesday morning, and we're flying to Seattle from Calgary. We have a 10-hour layover in Seattle. And then we go from Seattle to Honolulu, have another layover there overnight. Then we catch a plane the next morning on the 15th and fly the rest of the way from Sydney from Honolulu. So when we get to Sydney, James has been gracious enough to pick us up from the airport, offer us a ride. So he's going to pick us up from the airport and he's going to drive us back to his place just outside of Sydney, it sounds like, where we will be united with the vehicle for the first time. From there, I have a couple of finishing touches I have to do. I have to put insurance on the vehicle, which shouldn't be an issue because it already has registration on it. So got to call the insurance company, get the vehicle all set up, and then we need to do a quick run through the vehicle, see if there's anything that needs to be addressed immediately, any mechanical issues, right? And then from there, we got to go and buy some camping equipment because we're bringing very little with us. I have a couple things on the list. That I am going to bring with me, but for the most part, we'll have to buy an air compressor, we'll have to buy a stove, we'll have to buy some camping, some cooking gas and some kitchen equipment and all of that stuff. So we're going to have to go do some shopping, which is kind of exciting, right? I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of stores are in Australia for this kind of stuff because I've heard that there's a ton of stuff, a ton of resources, a ton of stores, and lots of fun shopping to do once we get over there. So really looking forward to that part of it. And then let's see, what else do I have on my list here? So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is how our episodes are going to work, how our content creation is going to work, because you guys keep showing up and watching our videos, which we're very, very grateful for. We love, talking to you guys online, replying to the comments, and all of that good stuff. So we're going to do our best to really make some good content while we're over there. So this is what my thought is. I would like to split up the trip into episodes. Now, I'm not sure when they will be released at this time. I think how it's going to work is we're going to film as much as I can, right? And then we're going to be releasing weekly episodes. Episode 1, this is what's going on. This is the challenge. This is the goal. Episode 2, this is the challenge. This is the goal. This is the story. Episode 3, crossing Australia. And the whole idea here is we are going from coast to coast. We're going from Sydney to Perth. Okay, if I haven't made that clear. So we're crossing the whole continent here. We're starting in Sydney. And we might go up north a little bit to Fraser Island. We'll see, not sure about that. We'll be crossing along the Bight, the Australian Bight, okay, so the southern coast. And then we'll be ending in Perth. We might, in the middle of the Bight, we might head north up into the outback, into the desert, see some places like Coober Pedy. And the Red Centre of Australia, I think, would be fantastic. And then when we get to Perth, there's the farthest west point you can go in the continent of Australia, and that is north of Perth by about 10 hours. So we're going to go venture out there, see some of these big landmarks, hopefully see a lot of country along the way. And then once all of the episodes are done and out, I might have 10 episodes of us crossing Australia and doing this big trip. I think I'm going to try to make a movie on the whole topic, and that's going to include everything that didn't make the cut in each of these episodes. So we can only fit so much into, let's say, a 15-20 minute episode, right? And we kind of fit like the most interesting stuff that we can in that 15 minutes, in that 20 minutes, and the rest of it just gets cut and kind of tossed away. But what I'd really like to do is at the end of this whole Australia experience, at the end of it all, I'd love to take all the clips from the ones that were in the episodes to the ones that got cut, didn't quite make the cut, and I'd love to put it all together into one big movie about crossing the continent of Australia. Maybe have it an hour and a half, something like 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes. Have a big movie at the end of it and just wrap it up like that. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Something to look forward to for us and hopefully for you. I hope you guys are really looking forward to some of this content that we're going to be putting out. I'm super excited to get over there, start touring, start seeing what this place is all about, because all I've heard is good things. So we cannot wait. And in the meantime, the way that you can see all of our most recent updates is over on our Instagram page, and that is just my name, @Johannes Steudel. The All Terrain Trails Instagram account isn't as active as I would like it to be. I got a lot going on YouTube and other things in my life, so not as active on the All Terrain Trails Instagram page. It's kind of weird, but if you do want to see our most recent updates and our most recent pictures about what we're doing, go ahead and follow us on Instagram @Johannes Steudel. Anyway, we will see you guys in the next episode, and we'll be on our way to Australia to pick up the vehicle. So we will see you then. I'm just getting some stuff ready. We're getting our camera case together. Got a new Pelican case. It's the Pelican 1510. And it'll be a good addition for the camera equipment to haul that stuff around Australia. Yeah, it's this really cool pick and pull foam stuff. So you just take the shape of your object that you want to put in the case and pick out the appropriate amount of foam. Super cool. Going over some maps of Australia, talking to some people and getting some advice on what they recommend we should go and see and do. If you guys have any recommendations for us, that would be great. And yeah, we're just getting some stuff together. I'm going to try to be smart because I'm bringing a case and a checked bag for clothes and other items. But yeah, just it's interesting to figure out what exactly we're taking with us and what's staying behind. But it's hard to pack for 3 months. Like, what do you bring? Do you bring less and just buy it there? Do you bring as much stuff as you can? I'm on the side of not bringing all too much stuff, other than my camera stuff here and some essential camping equipment that I think we might need. That's just a quick update on what we're doing for Australia. We just keep checking things off the list. We had to go get a couple of vaccines over at the travel clinic. And yeah, so we are right on track for our departure to Sydney. And yeah, I gotta figure out just what it is that we're going to pack. I'm a little lost, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So this is the exciting stage. This is the planning stage, and this is kind of where not everything's coming together just yet, but it's where kind of the puzzle pieces are starting to fall into place. So Allison and I are super excited to get out there and start touring.